Hi guys, welcome back to our podcast titled Planners in a Pod with Luyanda Kambuleng. In today's episode, we're going to talk about invincible cities, navigating urban informality and shared spaces. Now today we embark on a journey to explore the relationship between urban informality and the spaces we share within cities. Through this podcast, we'll dive into the diverse forms of urban informality, examine the impacts of our social, economic, and cultural fabric, and seek insights from professionals and community on how to navigate this complex landscape. Now, in our first episode, we laid the groundwork by introducing the concept of urban informality. It is a phenomenon that is prevalent in cities worldwide, shaping the lives of millions. Now, informal settlements, street vending, and unregulated transportation are just few examples of this multi-faced reality. As we unpack the reasons behind this emergence, we cannot overlook the profound effects of the city. Now, urban informality influences the spatial dynamics, social interaction, and economic vitality of communities. It can foster resilience and innovation, but also presents challenges related to infrastructure, health, and safety. Now, to gain a deeper understanding, we invited a professional urban planner who has a first-hand experience in dealing with urban informality. They will share the light on the opportunities and the challenges faced by planners when working in this context. How can we regulate urban informality into formal planning processes? How can we create inclusive, sustainable cities that accommodate the needs and practices of the informal communities? This question will guide our exploration. Now, in the second episode, we'll shift our focus to the role of shared spaces within informal urban environments. Shared spaces such as public parks, piazza, plazas, markets, and also transportation nodes are vital components of this community. They facilitate social interactions, promote economic activities, and act as a midpoints for residents and vendors alike. Through interviews of the users of the space, we'll hear the first-hand account of their experiences, challenges, and the benefits derived from utilizing the shared spaces. Furthermore, we'll engage with former planners who specialize in design inclusivity, shared spaces for informal trading. They will share strategies that will promote equality and safety while accommodating the unique needs and practices of informal communities. By learning from their expertise, we can explore how these spaces can foster a sense of belonging, enable the growth and the development of these communities. Now, as we move forward to the third episode, we'll confront the tensions that rises when formal urban planning encounters informal practices in shared spaces. Conflict often rises as policymakers, urban planners, and community members attempt to reconcile formal regulations with the realities of urban informality. We'll dive into the challenges faced by these stakeholders and hear from representatives of local government, advocacy groups, and community organizations. Their insight will provide a valuable perspective on ongoing efforts to address the needs and the rights of informal communities within shared spaces. Moreover, we will explore case studies from around the world that showcases innovative approaches to integrate informal practices into formal planning frameworks. By enabling this example, we will hope to discover new strategies and learn from the successes and the failures of various approaches. Collaboration between policymakers, planners, and informal community is crucial in creating more inclusive and participatory shared spaces. Now, in our final episode, we will venture into the future of shared spaces and urban informality. We'll reflect on the potential trajectories and their implications for our cities. Emerging trends, technologies, and policies have the power to shape the relationship between urban informality and shared spaces. The perspective will give us the envisioned inclusive, sustainable and equitable shared spaces within the informal urban context. Now, throughout this episode, we aim to provide comprehensive understanding of urban informality and shared spaces. Together, we can navigate the invisible cities that exist within our spaces.